the Logan Power Show. Welcome, everybody.
The Logan Power Show. The Logan Power Show. The Logan Power Show.
He is phenomenal. Hey, everybody, welcome to the Logan Power Show. It's me, your host, Calvin Logan. Definitely. So, hey, we're having some fun here. My name is Calvin Logan, the Logan Power Show. We nationwide, worldwide. We love y'all.
Jam Vibes Radio, the jazzful connection for all the people, playing your favorite music and talk 24/7, 365. We're the indie artist's best friend. So call us. We want to play your music and have you advertise on your favorite global station at www.jamvibesradio.biz.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Logan Power Show. My name is Calvin Logan, live here in The Point, here in North Charleston, South Carolina. We want to thank you for watching us here on the Now Network. We thank you for all your support. Shout out to Pastor Burns and First Lady Burns for the opportunity to be here on the Now Network. I'm having a ball. I got with me a lady who has written a book that talks about trials and tribulations she's faced in her life. She is the one and only world-renowned author, Miss Kathy Burns. How you doing, ma'am?
I am great. How are you?
Doing great.
Good.
Glad to have you in the show.
Thank you.
All right. Well, she has this book called Weeping No More, My Soul. Weeping No More, My Soul. And she is a native of South Carolina. So, Miss Burns, tell us more about this book. Why did you write Weeping No More, My Soul?
Well, about 5 years ago, I was diagnosed with numerous life-threatening illnesses. I dealt with the trials, the tribulations, with the pain on my body, but the pain I was going through is worse than what the Lord was showing me what I was going through, and that was my faith in Him. So it's about the illnesses, but it's more about the faith in God.
Okay. Well, you know, when you go through something, I know a lot of times, the pain is one thing, but the experiencing the actual test, what God pushed, was a whole nother.
Yes.
Now, this book, you went through a lot.
I went through a lot.
In these past 5 years.
Yes.
But you're standing and you're walking tall.
Yes.
Writing this book, while writing, was that healing you during that process?
Oh, yes. The book itself was, it was the start. It was the beginning of the end of my old life. And now, like I said, I'm standing because of the book. As I was writing it, so many things came to be. Like I said earlier, it's not only dealing with my illness, it dealt with my relationship with my family, my friends, and also my relationship with Christ. Okay. So it taught me a whole lot.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, when you go through something, that wilderness experience, you're by yourself. Well, not really by yourself, but you would say in the natural, but God is always with you through the entire process.
Yes.
So tell us, we're in 2016. You wrote this phenomenal book. You're standing.
Yes.
You got here by faith.
Yes,
You're
I did.
walking by faith. What is God telling you what's happening for yourself in 2016? What's the goal? What we're trying to do?
Well, God has been dealing with me. Once again, I have started my second book.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to that. It's a different twist. It's a sequel to Weeping No More, My Soul, but it deals with us personally. It dealt with what I had to deal with when in the medical fields.
Okay.
It dealt with what we need to do with ourselves, okay? And secondly, he's also revealed to me there's a product that he has revealed to me that I'm working on that will definitely help all of us in the future. So I'm working on, he's got me busy. I'm also out there now doing some speaking at various events. I'm getting used to that. I'm a layback person. I'm a background person, but God is now bringing me forward. There's a lot to be told. So I'm glad He's using me as one of His vessels.
Well, you want to use them.
Yes.
You know, the biggest thing you want to say, God, let your will be done in my life. Now, that's one of the hardest things,
Yes.
as you would say, because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm standing on Lord, let your will be done here in the Logan Power Show, because I did not want this show. Let you know this right now, didn't want it. And Miss Burns, when I asked her to come on this show, she said, I'm kind of nervous. I don't do that, you know, camera all in my face.
No.
You know, she said, I'm nervous. So I told her to make fun of me, bust some jokes, talk about my head. My head's big, you know, my ears are small. And, you know, God, I'm not tall enough. Because you see, Miss Burns, she's taller than I am, and I'm a short guy. And I'm still working on it. I'm still praying God for these other 5 inches so I can get this 6 feet thing working, this 6'2". I'm working on it now, but I'm not there yet. So I'm still in faith. Now, don't make fun of me who's watching me on television. Hey, I'm in faith. I'm going to be real tall, okay? Like 6 feet. You're going to see the camera just leap up, and you'll be like, man, Calvin is just grew. But just having some jokes, ladies and gentlemen, having some jokes. So, Ms. Burns, right now, you're speaking now. What's some of the feedback you've gotten from writing this book, from people who've read it?
Oh, wow. Many that have written me or called said that they were going through similar things, and they did not know that dealing with the body, you have to also deal with the soul. And many have gotten closer to God, and they're very grateful because they related to a lot of things that I said in the book.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's really good.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
You want to get the feedback given.
Yes.
You want people to understand that. But I want to that those that are watching, tell people how to get in contact with you. And let people know how to get in contact with you.
Right now, you can get in touch with me through my email, kjrburns@aol.com. And you could also find me on Facebook.
Okay. All right. Well, like I said, the next book, we want you to come back on the show, talk more about it. I truly believe that I want to have it here. Mm-hmm. Now, we're going to talk more off air because I truly believe that when you deal with people like this, you want to be sensitive to the Spirit. Mm-hmm. But those that are watching, say who are going through right now, give them some words of encouragement that helped you get through what you experienced.
The only thing I can say is to put your trust in God. Put your total trust in the Lord, and He will guide you through whatever you're going through. Nothing is too small, and nothing is too big for the God to do. But we need to trust Him totally. We can't just say, I love the Lord and I trust Him through our mouth. We need to feel it within our soul. And when we do, everything's going to fall in place.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Well, you know, it's a pleasure having you here.
Thank you.
And we're going to have her again, ladies and gentlemen, because I want to see the second book. Okay. We'll talk about some more things off air. But hey, my name is Calvin Logan. I thank again Ms. Burns for coming on. We'll be right back at this next commercial break. And we're back here at the Logan Power Show. It's me, your host, Calvin Logan, live here at The Point. Well, I got with me a lady. She is a gospel recording artist. She's head of her praise and worship, Mrs. Fiona Varner. How you doing?
Wonderful. How about yourself?
Great. Glad to have you here on the show.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, you are a great singer. I heard you sing, You Can Bring Up a Storm. So tell us more about yourself as being a gospel recording artist.
Okay. Well, just to tell you a bit about myself, I am from Prince George County, Maryland. I'm a military family as well. I was raised here in South Carolina, though. Been saved since 2001. I'm a mother, a wife. I have 6 beautiful children and a wonderful husband who gets on my happy side at times, and I love him so much. I have to laugh and have a good time.
I got you. All right. Well, gospel, you know, gospel is one of the things that you got to ask yourself, are you an artist are you a praise and worship type of person? What do you define yourself as being a singer? Are you a person that, you're an artist? Or are you actually a praise and worship type of singer?
Well, I believe that I'm a minister of songs. The songs that the Lord has given me are songs of encouragement, as well as to let the world know that He's real. Sometimes people believe in Him, but they don't believe that He's right there with them. So the songs that He's given me always encourages people, let them know that God is there. So the songs, I believe I'm a minister of songs when it comes to singing.
Now, when did the transformation take place? When you said, I knew my calling was singing?
I knew my calling was singing ever since I was a little kid. Now, I sang for the world for a while, but I had to give that up. And, like I said, when I got saved in 2001, I sat, received the word, and got the word in my heart. And then when God was ready for me to be praise and worship leader, He let me know. And then from there, I just been singing for Him ever since.
Well, I know that going from a secular artist to a gospel is a transition. At sometimes, do you ever have a tugging pull? Like, you remember how you used to be, but now God has transformed you. And sometimes you may see yourself slip back, say, oh man, I'm about to take it in how I used to be. Or is it you just sold out?
I'm sold out for Christ. I love singing praise and worship because it's such for me, singing for God is more than just singing. To me, it's more of a relationship thing, an intimacy thing. So I'd have no desire to go back out into the world to sing. I've had so much more fun singing for the Lord, and just, it draws me closer to Him, and just to be able to be in His presence and just to sing and encourage people. I would rather have that than to do what I was doing in the world.
Okay.
Yeah. So
you sold out, and you're sold out for Christ, and you are a ministry of song. Like, and if you ever see her sing, I mean, she gets revved up. We went to a leadership conference. She did the prelude and then did the praise and worship. And she sang multiple times of it. It seemed like it seemed so easy without not type of like being as hard. What is your inspiration to sing?
My inspiration, well, music-wise, my father, he poured music in me when I was a child, and kept me around music all my life. Once I got saved, my inspiration is my pastors, my family, my husband supporting me in everything that I do. Not so much of an artist per se, but just people inspire me, tell me that I can do it. My bishop, I remember sitting in service one day, and he told us to turn to the book of Deuteronomy. And when he was up there, he said, you know what? Deuteronomy sounds like a dance. And from that moment, I captured it in my spirit. And that's what got me going in regards to the first song I released, the Deuteronomy Dance. And then Close to Your Heart, which is a full CD that I've done, as well as the Cooper River Bridge Run. So that push was when I was in service that day, and I heard the Spirit of the Lord speak to my man of God and say, Deuteronomy Dance. And then that's when He gave it to me, and I've been moving ever since. So excited. And when it comes to me, what you saw the other day is how I am all the time. I'm a very funny person. I like to have a good time. And when I'm up ministering songs in the Lord, I'm all over the place, giving it all I got, not putting on a show. I just love singing for Him. So I'm so excited that He gave me the opportunity that I get to do it. Ministry, you get to do it. You know how many people out in the world that God can use, but He chose me, so I thank God that I get to do this for Him.
Oh, well, it's good to be sold out for what God has called you to do, and you being your purpose, and you seem so happy with it. And your husband, he's, like I said, he's on point too. Now, for yourself, with your children, as any of your children have taken on that spirit of praise and worship like yourself?
Well, my daughter, London Horton, she played all the music on my CDs. She's awesome in music. My son as well, Joshua, I hear him in the room. He's on the keyboards and playing and stuff. So music is in my family. My father was a singer. I'm a singer. My sister, so music is in our family, even with our children. So, I try to incorporate them, not like the Jackson 5 per se, but I'm trying to get all my kids on projects that I've done because I want them to know, hey, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. And if God has put that gift in you, let them cultivate and develop that gift. So I thank God that my children hear what I'm doing, they support me what I'm doing, and that they're grabbing it too to do it as well.
Okay. So 2016, It's a big year. What has God called you for 2016? What's the project we got set for yourself in 2016?
2016, I believe that the Lord wants me to keep producing. I'm laying songs in my heart and I'm writing them down, getting them ready. And so more music will be coming this year. So that's what I believe that I'm supposed to do this year is keep producing music.
Okay. All right. So, you know, producing music, that is something that you have taken on the responsibility. God has given you a responsibility to bring in praises. Now, since you all are a singing family, do you have this opportunity sometimes over the kitchen table or like Thanksgiving or holidays where you guys just go in?
Yes, me and my sister Dahlia, we do it all the time. So me and Dahlia, we sing all the time when we all get together with my father, and we try to out-sing my sister because she's an artist. So she'll try to deal with that, with my niece too. They'll try to get in and put a little tune. But yeah, we always have a good time when we get together singing-wise.
All right. So, you know, being an artist, it's but you're not an artist, you're a praiser, but you're a minister of song. And that's what you've been given, your godly assignment. Do you have it sometimes when you see somebody who maybe looked like yourself, but maybe took a step back and they're maybe afraid to launch out there because of, you know, I made some mistakes? What are some things you would give some encouraging words to people that watch and say, well, hey, you know what, maybe I took a step back. You know, I used to sing in the secular world. Now I want to come back. What are some encouraging words you can give to them or some steps that helped you become who you are today?
I would tell them, I would speak with words of compassion and let them know that God is not finished with you yet. Yeah, you may have went back, but guess what? God is not finished with you yet. Hey, repent, ask the Lord for forgiveness, and pick up your mat and keep on moving. God is not finished with them yet. That's what I would tell them. We have to have more compassion towards people. And God has not changed his mind about you or the gift that he's placed within you. So that's what I would tell them.
Okay. Well, Ms. Fiona, I want you to let people know how to contact you, how to get you on their performance stage so that you
want me.
Yes, definitely. We want you there. So tell people how to get in contact with you.
Okay. Well, you can find my website, www.fionavarner.wix.com, or you can find me on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. My email is fbvarner@hotmail.com, or you can give me a call, 843-345-0519, and you can Google me as well.
Miss Fiona Varner, I mean, she is a hoot. I mean, telling you, she knows how to get down. God has truly blessed her. And we thank her for coming here on the show.
Thank you
and we'd like you to
me.
come back because, you know, we want to get you to get out your seat and let people see what you're really made of. 'Cause I know she's a lioness. She don't play now. I mean, she bring them in. It's just showers, rains. She can actually do it. God has really called her to great heights. But I'm looking forward to you coming back on because I want to hear some more from you and other projects you have. And I want to thank everybody who has listened to your voice. Definitely information for her she just given to you. You know, bring it to her home. You know, hey, definitely get the CD. Call her up. I want you guys to flood her phone. Leave plenty of voicemails, text messages. Hey, come on, get it right. But like I said, we will be right back with our next guest. Thank you for being part of this Logan Power Show family. And we'll be right back at this commercial break.
Jam Vibes Radio, the jazzful connection for all the people, playing your favorite music and talk 24/7, 365. We're the indie artist's best friend. So call us. We want to play your music and have you advertise on your favorite global station at www.jamvibesradio.biz.
I believe it's a big gift for the body of Christ. What has God said that you need to do in 2016 right now, Elder?
It's a lot of things that God has put on my plate for this up and coming year. But what I want to do with City of Faith outreach ministries is gain more momentum with it. I've done a lot of outreach in the past. We've fed families, we've housed families, we've reached out to single ladies. We've done a Valentine's series called King of My Heart, and we took 5 single ladies out and just gave them a wonderful experience. We fed the homeless. We did a segment at Music Emotions called Kingdom Connection Live, where we had different artists to come out, like Pastor Elijah Goodwin and Remnant. Gabriel Washington came out, and we actually had a live concert at I'm sorry.
Don't worry about
at the roller ring.
Okay.
At the skating ring.
Okay.
So we did that, and we had a wonderful turnout because we wanted to help bless 3 families for Christmas. And so, but we had a wonderful turnout. And so this up and coming year, what I'm doing is we're having a food drive. We're starting a food pantry, and we're having a food drive February the 20th. And we're going to have people to come in and bring non-perishable food items, and in exchange for that, we're doing a spaghetti dinner. We're feeding people,
Okay.
and we're going to be ministering to them as well. And then in April, I'm having a purse with a purpose party, and basically we're going to give out gently used purses to homeless women.
Okay.
And it's going to have different items in there for their survival while they're out in the street.
Okay. You know, that's dark, but I can still see the light. Okay. What led you to write this book?
Wow. Even for the title, it speaks for itself. Because really, God has really put me into a place that, a lot of times we go through dark times in our lives and we seem like there's no hope. But with me being a learning disability and with me been in special need classrooms, people have labeled me and said I wasn't greater. People said I wasn't going to be anything. But at the same time, I knew that after my dark moments, they're going to be light in that tunnel. So that's why it's dark, but I can still see the light. That title has really brought something and meaning to the actual book.
Okay, so your whole life you've been told that you were being inferior,
Right.
but God had a greater plan for you. Now, since you've written a book, you're 18 years old, about to graduate from high school in 2016, got a couple more months and you're out of here, going off to college. What's the plan? What does God have in store for you here in 2016?
Well, actually, I'm going to enhance my company, Handful Incorporated. I'm going to actually enhance that, actually go into be able to be public speaking, motivating, encouraging young people. So that's really what I'm looking forward to doing, and actually going into ministry, under my Bishop William Young Jr., the most excited church of Refreshing Springs in Florence, South Carolina, be standing under him, and so actually growing in ministry. So.
Okay, so Handful Inc., you're the CEO and you're an author. So tell us about Handful Inc. Tell us more about your company.
Well, it's actually a company that deals with motivating and encouraging young people. A lot of times you don't see a lot of young people my age motivating and want to go out and enhance young people. But really, Handful is there to put our pieces back together. There's a quote that we stand by, is that we're putting our destiny back together one piece at a time. And that's what we believe in, encouraging and motivating young people.
Okay. It's good to see that God is taking you to a whole nother level where you are making defining moments. And for those who do not know, Mr. David E. Lucas, when you're dealing with him, he's a businessman, but he's a praying guy. He was the one that was really encouraging to myself. He'll call you 5:30 in the morning. He'll call you 7 o'clock at night, 9 p.m. at night. 11, David is just, all kinds of time. Dave will make sure, man, I'm coming on the Logan Power Show, man. I'm excited. I'm like, okay, I'm excited too. Because, reaching out to David, he hits you up all kind of ways. Facebook Messenger, he Facebook you, he email you, all kind of things. So.
My child, in the beginning, before there was any hint of any pain, the gift of healing was placed inside of you.
You promised me hope, but all I've received is pain.
Suffering teaches the power of the cross and the ability to look past all your fears.
You know what, God? This is nothing but a bad hand. I quit!
I gave you that hand so you would not depend on yourself, but in fact depend on me, because you are still my queen.
Dealing with the hand I was dealt. In this life, you will be dealt much pain, but it's okay. You can conquer every single fear that you have. Write out the word pain. P-A-I-N. Deal with the people, the anger, the insecurities, the negativity that life has dealt you. You will have a more powerful and purposeful life. This is Dealing with the Hand I Was Dealt, and I am Brandy, the author.
Time say he's coming. Affairs of this life have you running. If you ain't finding him, you a goner. Born again of the water spirit, we own it. Signs of the time say he's coming. Affairs of this life have you running. If you ain't finding him, you a goner. Born again of the water spirit, we own it. He's coming like a thief in the night. Only reason seem like a thief, cause you wasn't prepared for the beef in the fight. Chasing at the cheese like the mice. Should've been on guard like medieval knights. Are you ready? Have you been running since you got it staying steady? Or were you looking at the church like it's petty, not knowing that Christ is the center like a belly? Center of the universe, and you stepping on folk till it hurt, not knowing that the first shall be last and the last shall be first. That's what God chose. So I'm chopping at his word like nachos. Yeah, I'm walking by faith, zapatos. Cause without him it's impossible to please. If you wonder what the deal is, I'm chasing after Jesus till I meet him. Covered in the blood like I'm bleeding. Signs of the time say he's coming. Affairs of this life have you running. If you ain't finding him, you a goner. Born again of the water spirit, we own it. Signs of the time say he's coming. Affairs of this life have you running. If you ain't finding him, you a goner. Born again of the water spirit, we own it. Dear government official, trying to tell me what I won't say and won't do. Acting like you own me and my whole crew. Can't knock us off a pivot, we in it to win it. I'm serious, my family matters, boy, called Winslow. Trying to condition our minds when I end slow. Feed the people poison, I'm ratting. Call me steward though, we more concerned with being still with both. Beatboxing like Pacquiao, yeah, we reppin' my Jesus. Yeah, we bleed love.